Hey, and welcome to the Guy Who Sews podcast, episode 157. My name is Sean, and this is my weekly update where I share my quilting adventures. I'd like to welcome both new and returning viewers, but if you are new, I'd love it if you say hi in the comments. Come see what I've been working on, what I've finished, and all the other exciting news. But let's go ahead and get started with our works in progress. The first thing I want to show you is the 12 days of stitch it. I am currently working on day 7. I know it's day like 37 for this, but you know, we're having some fun with this, and it's a lot of fun. And this is the top 2 rows of the block that I called Roundabout, and I just think this turned out really nice. It's a nice variety of blocks. I really like these ones here with the gold inlay here as well. I think they look really nice. And so hopefully next week when I come back, you'll be able to see this completed block along with some others, with a little bit of luck. There are some other completed blocks of this that I'm going to show you a little later on in the episode. The next thing I want to show you is the progress that I've made on the Toasty the Dragon, which is a legit kit, and I'm having a lot of fun with this here. I'm brand new to FPP, or you might as well say that. I've done like 1 or 2 little projects, but this is the first major one, and it's been a lot of fun. And last week I showed you all that I had done about half of this page here, and I am happy to announce that this page is now completely done, which is really neat and a lot more than I ever expected. But beyond that, I've done a little bit more. I have done 2 more little sections, and I misplaced one of them because it's so tiny. That one there, and that turned out really nice. And this one here. And this one here is a little bit special to me because if you look at the pattern here, we're doing this section like that I kind of have fingered off here. And you can see the horn here is like this brownish orange color. I thought it'd be really fun to do it with like a batik and a grey and a Kona sheen as well. So that's kind of what I have planned for this here. I think it's going to turn out really nice. Wish me luck as I continue on in that little journey. But so far so good. I haven't had to pull up my very bestest friend yet. I'm just taking my time with it and enjoying it. And the third thing I'm working on at this moment is the Mad Quilt Party. I've talked about cutting out the fabric for this for way too long, but I've actually got it all cut out and I've actually started piecing it. And this is what I have got going on so far. It is not perfect. You can see this is a little bit wider than this one here, but you know, nothing in nature is right, you know, perfectly even, and when the whole thing's together, who's going to notice besides me? And by then I'll probably forget. So that's what I have going on my works in progress. I do have some finished blocks to show you later on in the episode and a lot more news in advance. But before we do any of that, let's go ahead and look at our week in review. And if you're new to the channel, this is a series of videos and clips I take during the week, some of me sewing and also of any adventures we get up to. So I hope you enjoy. Time for our question of the week. Last week I asked everybody what your goals were for 2025, and I love to read the responses. A lot of you want to work on foundation paper piecing, getting your quilt tops turned into quilts, and everything else. I thought that was really neat to read. And then my question for this week is, what was the last new thing that you tried, and what lesson did you learn from it? Did you succeed? Did you not succeed as much as you wanted to? I'd love to hear that. And the reason I bring this question up is my foundation paper piecing. I really was scared to try this, and have actually found out that I'm a lot better at it than I thought I'd be. So yeah, I'd love to hear your comments about what you've done recently and what you learned from it. So next up is, what are my goals for this week? Well, it's going to be continuing the projects I'm currently working on. I'd like to get a little more progress done on Toasty, maybe get that second page done. It's in 5 different segments, and I've done 2 of them so far. I'd like to get some more work done on the caterpillar. I'd like to get some more work done on the stitchets. I have a couple more to catch up with. And then finally, maybe cut out the fabric for rabbit, because I'm falling behind on that project, which is making me sad. Let me know what your goals are for this week. And so now it is time for our news and events. And boy, what a week it was. I had one video come out, and it was the 3rd annual Quilt Trunk Show. And so many of you came out to support me on that, watched the show. I had a total of 30 different content creators showcase their favorite quilts, and it was such a wonderful show. And that video has just been blockbuster. It's been performing so well, and it's my most watched video ever. I'm just absolutely blown away and floored by how successful it is, and it's thanks to all the content creators that took part and everybody that hit that watch button. So thank you all in advance for that. Yesterday morning, I had my friend Amber from the Cheeky Quilters. She's a fairly new YouTuber, and she'd never been live before, but it's something she was interested in trying. So I said, come on Saturday morning and hang out with me for a while. And she was a lot of fun. It was really neat to hang out with her. So if you haven't checked out her channel, go check it out. It's a lot of fun. And then this upcoming week, we'll have day 10 of the 12 days of stitches out tomorrow. The video is pretty much done. I just have to edit it and get it out tomorrow morning. And then later in the week, I want to do a week 1 review of the Sew Every Day in January. This is something I'm doing along with Tasha at Tasha Quilts, and a couple other people are joining in on the fun as well. And I'd love it if you did as well. If you want to try and sew every day as a challenge in January, it's just 15 minutes. You can clean your sewing room, you can cut fabric, you can sew, whatever you want to do. Just do some crafting. If you want to knit or crochet, I won't know any difference, and I'll account it anyway. Be a lot of fun. So we're having a lot of fun with that, and I plan to do a week review. We kind of get to see a little more footage of what I actually did each day as well. So that'd be a lot of fun. And then this Saturday morning, I'll have my friend Andy from over at True Blue Quilts join me for a live. I'm really looking forward to hosting her on one of my lives. We've been talking through our guild and so forth for a while, but I haven't had a chance to sit and sew together, so that'd be a lot of fun. So now it's time for me to show you some finished projects, and I just realized that I had my days mixed up. I thought I was working on day 7. This is actually day 8, but that's okay. So as a recap, this was day 1. Day 2 is right here. Day 3, and you've seen all these before because I showed these on previous episodes, and day 4. Last week I was working on day 5, which is the green one, and I am happy to announce that this one is done now. I think this one turned out really nicely. And then I went ahead and did day 6 yesterday, or Thursday, or both days, I can't remember. But this one turned out really cute. I think I called this one Water Ripples. And then the last one I started on my live yesterday and finished yesterday, and this is day 7. It looks like a big X. I think this one turned out really fun with all the different blues and indigos there. And so that's what I got finished this week. I hope to be able to finish this one with a bit of luck, and maybe one more. We'll have to see. Anyway, that is all I have for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I'd love it if you hit that like button. Tell a friend. I always love hearing comments from my viewers. I hope you all have a great day. Happy sewing, and let me know if you're joining in on the Sew Every Day in January. If you start a few days late, that's perfectly okay. Happy sewing, and we'll see you next time. Bye.